Hey guys, welcome to a kadcraft update video. And, this is just something I was messing around with earlier. Comparing the strengths between TNT cannons and cannons plug-in cannons. Like that. 3, 2, 1. Barely. Let's just add a dispenser there, increase the propellant. Now I think it might actually hit it. What? TNT cannons are inaccurate weapons, whereas this thing, half the space, yeah. Like, to the point, I think that cannon shot just crashed the server. I'll be, toning down that shot just a tiny bit. Won't even be noticeable, probably. I was over here updating the shops in Trendon. Where are they? I don't even know where I am. How would I know where the shops are? We've added the, Destroyer and Corvette Mark IIIs to Emerald Bay, I think. Where it used to sell the Mark IIs. I think it's in the very center of the town. I think the shops are in this area over here. Just want to find them and look at them real quick. Show them. Because this is where you enter, normally. That's why there's supposed to be beacons. This isn't even Trendon, is it? I think that's right. Block Monster teleported me over here. Not above Trendon anymore. I'm wasting my time. Chunks load. Emerald Bay. We've redone. We put the block. He was supposed to put the merchant shop back. I think he put it over here. I'm not sure though. You've got rentable docks. We've got trade set up in almost every town. So, that's always good. And let's just... I need to remove most of these. They're not even relevant anymore. I'll be doing that later today, probably. Yeah, like... That's a pretty good shot. But let's go in mode 1. Grab some TNT. You know what? That used 1 shot of TNT. Just for the projectile. Not to mention the propellant. So let's... free gunpowder. 1 TNT. We'll press it in with a stick. We'll increase the elevation. Now. Whereas that did that with 1 TNT. That's 1 TNT block and free gunpowder with a cannon's plug-in cannon. And that's not even. Then there's gravel, and let's pull that all the way back. I think we gotta... Huh. That's weird. I'll need to look into that. But, like, you can set that up and get it to the point where it's 10 shots every second. I've gotten a ship down to 10 shots every 2 seconds. Like, this was only 1 shot. Whereas 1 shot from a TNT cannon, 1 shot from cannon's plug-in. I think it's kind of obvious which one's more powerful. Don't you? And, you know, I know a lot of people want the My Pet plugin put back in, but if you ever fought someone with a pet, you know that it was a huge, obnoxious plugin that every time you tried to use a bending move that required you to charge it, the person you were fighting would just have their pet come up and attack you and interrupting the charging of your move. You could basically not suffocate anyone with a pet, because as soon as you suffocate them, their pet runs up, hits you, and there you go. It interrupts the suffocation. I might add them back, but if we do, anyone using a pet in the warp arena will delete their pet and take away their permission to get pets again. Because warp arena is meant to be bending, not armor, not game mode enchanted bows and swords. Bending. Not pets and fighters and game mode enchanted swords, bows, and armor. It's supposed to be bending. Like actually using things like air punch and fire shots and fire shield. Not an over enchanted bow that will kill someone with 1 shot. Come on. Turning a element sphere off is kind of annoying. It's hard to get it to turn off. But, and the way the chat works now, it has a 500 block radius from you of people that can hear you. And then there is OOC, which, if you don't know, means out of character. Because the 500 block chat is meant to be a bending RP. So, you know, I don't mind if you ask me to help you pick a name from Avatar and everything else. You know, a lot of the people on here, I've never seen it. Fine, whatever. I will help them find a name for their nickname. And then, you know, you could always just go to the Avatar Wiki and look at a list of people, pick a name, and then on top of their name you have a description of who they are and everything else. So, people could at least try. So, and like, back to the cannons. My computer has some trouble loading chunks. Come on. Thank you. This is a modified escort carrier. I call it the Odyssey Mark V. Look at all those cannons. You saw what one could do? Yeah. The ship will kill anything in its path. Let's go to Warp Arena. This is Arena free. So, I have these 4 set up to reload the arena. Okay then. Alright. Let's load arena number 1. Come on. Okay then. I think my computer's done lost it. F3A. Load all chunks. What in the world? Alright, either way, let's just ignore this. The insanity of not loading chunks. I mean, really, that right there. Someone using a bow. "15 times a day we say you're not supposed to use bows in the bending arena. Does anyone listen? Of course not. Whatever. So, okay then. Chunks just don't load, evidently. But, moving on from the insanity of not loading chunks, you know, I will add my pet back in, but everyone has to at least try to do some form of avatar roleplay in the chat, and no one is to use their pets in the mob arena, or yes, mob arena, whatever, bending arena. I forget the commands like /pet send away to make your pet not follow you anymore, and then you can just call him back when you're leaving the arena. So, if anyone wants to fight in the arena, they can take the time to send their pet away. And I'm thinking that for the Airship Pirate server, what would you think of a gold-based economy instead of, like, a virtual economy? Like, actually having to have the item. Well, you wouldn't have to always have it on you. If you had a base, you could do something like a vault, which would be a chest that would hold it, and it would automatically go to your econ balance. But basically, gold ingots would be the money on the Airship Pirate server. I'd like to know what you'd think of that. And you know, for the bending arena, and basically any other combat, you know, some people, they are just, one of the most overpowered things is someone who's too fast. Like chi blockers or people in avatar state. They're just too fast. You can't escape them. But what's more overpowered than someone who's incredibly fast? Someone incredibly fast in enchanted diamond armor. So what if we integrated something that changed how fast you are? Like, your armor could slow you down, is what I mean. Like, different armors would have different weights and they'd slow you down. So, like, if you're wearing full enchanted diamond armor, you'd be pretty slow. You actually get weighed down by your armor. I know a lot of people would hate that, but I think it could also be relatively cool. And also, maybe tell me in the comments what you'd think of adding a thirst plugin. Like, people would have to, like, drink water and stuff. And we could add the brewery plugin back in where people could make beer, vodka, all different kinds of drinks. I think it had tea, coffee, and those drinks would also go towards quenching your thirst. I could see people making like taverns, like chest shops in their town, where you would buy things like coffee and stuff. I could see that. Like people making a tavern at their faction home, where you could buy drinks. I don't know. I think it'd be relatively cool, but I'd like your opinion on it. For now, let's just see how this fight ends. As soon as Assassin the Chi Blocker hits you once, you're basically dead. Oh, he's having to use smokescreen. He only uses smokescreen when they're actually a challenge. Alright. So, you know, and for the millionth time, and I'm not going to say it again, the reason we do not put airship pirates ships on bending is because it's not an Airship Pirate server. It is a bending server. That is why we are making ships that are themed off of ships from the Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra shows. Airship pirate ships have no place in the storyline of Avatar. At all. Like, they don't even resemble anything that was a ship in Avatar. That is why we don't sell them in the ship shop. So, yeah. And on the homepage of the website, I finally made a post on like every single custom enchantment we have on the server. Like 4 days ago, someone asked me to do that, so I typed up a description of all the custom enchantments. I think I got them all. If you find one I missed, tell me. So, yeah. Probably taken up a huge amount of my hard drive already. So, I'm gonna end this video before it gets any longer. Like, subscribe, comments.